Hello everyone, welcome back to NextJS full stack app series in which we are building Code Snippet Sharing App. And today we will build the feed list page and detail page. So let's start. In our component till now, what we have done is we have added authentication. We have added a create snippet form where we have added we have created one snippet as well. So what we'll do is we will add some more snippet and then we will also add and then we will create our feed list. So I'll just log into my Mongo Compass. So if we see snippets, we have only one. So let's create one more and then we will go ahead and we will write the feed list queries. So let's now maybe we'll write code for Java, and I would take some sample code from Java. Yeah, I think this is cool. And now what I'll do is I'll paste the code here. I've already selected this as Java. So code highlighting and syntax highlighting is working fine. And now let's take this name from here itself. Description I can leave, or maybe I can add some description. Let's just give this save. We are here. So in our last page, I think we have missed on adding one thing in our action, which was to revalidate the page. Uh, once we add anything or once we mutate anything, we want to do that. We want to do revalidate. We will have to revalidate the page because now it is not visible because we are not fetching the list. But once we fetch the list from the DB, then we might have to revalidate the page when we mutate any data. So we have to do that. We have to handle that. So for that, what we'll do is we will add it here beforehand. We will add a revalidate. Once this is done, once this is done, I because it is return here, so it won't work. So what I'll do is I'll add await, and then I will revalidate, and this will revalidate the feed path because we are gonna display all the feeds at this main feed page. So we'll revalidate that, and maybe I can return a true, but that doesn't matter because I can just leave it because I'm not handling the return data from this action. So that can be, no, we can just leave that. So now this is okay. And now what we'll do is we will add our new action for getting all the fields. I mean, sorry, getting all the snippets. So this will, in this feed, what we will do is we have to fetch all the snippets which is public. For now, it is obviously all the feeds, all the snippets we are keeping as public, but we will add that query beforehand. So if in future also if we add any add this private or protected thing, we can have that functionality there. So we'll just we'll add those. I don't need these because this was from the testing before. And let's add a add a function or action for, let's create a function, action which will have snippets.ts, and let's move these also in the same and remove this because we don't want to have it in separate files. I can keep that in same files. I think I have to update the reference. So let's update that. Yeah, and this will be snippets. Okay, so this is the only where I'm using this function. So I think this is cool. So yeah, this is the only place where we were using. Okay, so this is okay. Now now what we'll do is we'll add our own function for getting the snippets. So let's add get all snippets. Get all snippets, but let's add action over here. Get all snippets action. So this will return this promise. Keep it any for now, but we'll update this. Function whose declared type is neither void nor any must return value. Yes, it should return a value, obviously. First, let's add a try catch. So in error condition, I'll return a blank array. Okay, and also I will console log this as well. And for now, let's return blank array. Why is it? Type never is missing. Okay, okay. No problem. I have to update the types. So let's do one thing. Let's add a type for snippets. For this time I'm not taking it from Prisma. I'll rather update my own snippet. I mean type for snippet. So let's create that. I will add that at common level only, or maybe I'll add a types folder, and inside that index I'll add this. I have it already in place. So this will be optional. Description would be optional. ID we will have, title we will have, tags is also optional, code is there, rated at author ID, and then yeah. So this is okay. Now I will update snippet item type. Fine. Imports are tidy up now. So let's do the query now. Let's do the query. In this video, we will not be handling all the filters and all, but in the upcoming video, in the next video, we will add filter, pagination, and search. So today's video, we will be working only for displaying the list and also displaying the detail of the snippet. So for finding a group of array, I mean an array of list of items, we will have to use find many function from Prisma. And here what we will do is we will add one where clause where let's add it as is public true, and then we have to get author name, so we will include that, and from that we will need this name. So first check why the error is coming up. I'm sorry, I missed adding async here, so that was the error, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, so here it is fine. We have our we'll query to snippets, we'll find all, and then we have our query for getting the author name. We have included the author, and from author we will take the name only, because we don't need other details from author, we just need name, so we will pick name only. And this will comply with our this types, where we have author and author has a name inside them. So let's now call this action inside our page. So let's call it here. Okay, and name it as snippets. Here we have to update our component as async, and then we can use await. We have to import it. Let's check. So this won't come up in the browser, but we can check that in the terminal. And also this should be of snippet type. So if I refresh, I will get that values. So here it is. So here it is, all the array which we are getting. So we have all the details here, also the author name. So we have it already. So now we will start adding our component to display those on the screen. So let's now add a component. Okay, first let's create feed page. We'll not have this feed page. Um, we want to have it in a 3-column layout. So we will display 3 snippets in one page, one row basically. So we will use grid layout for this, and let's add a div and give this class name. We'll use cn from Tailwind cn from Tailwind utility, which we have it in our utils, which uses tw merge. So if we need anything, we can I mean, it takes care of, like, if we want to add any condition also, we could do that. So I'll use that. I'm habituated of using cn class nowadays. So it calls one. This is for mobile screens. Then we will have grid calls 2 for medium sized screens like tablets and all. And for larger screens, larger than tablets, we will display it in 3-column layout. And we also want to give gap between the items of grid items, so of gap of 3. So that is what we want. And now we have to specify, or maybe I'll just root over we'll just loop over our items, and we will now display what we want to display. Okay, so let's do one thing. We can use our shared cn card component, right? And for our key, let's use snippet.id. Correct. Okay, now we have to use card content, and with card content, let's display our title first. This will be snippet.title. Then we will display p tag, where we will display an author name. Snippet.author.name. Okay, and then we will display our description. Right, and also remember we have tags, and tags are in array. So we will display that as well, and we will loop through our array of tags, and we will display it. So we will do is and this is a string, as we already have added it in DB, and also I think in the scheme also we have this in the type also we have the string of array. So for this, what we will do is we will first let's display this, and then we will see how we could display it to look better. This will be same tag, and then again, I don't want to use indexes of array because that is not a good practice. So I'll this is better to have the same item, or if I have an item ID, so I'll display that item ID. And also we have to use we have to link that to some page, right, for details, for reviewing the details. So let's add a link, and then after this we will add our link that page as well, detail page as well. So I'll use this path for viewing the snippet. So snippet, and then I will have an item, snippet ID, snippet. View snippet. So let's see how it looks. Yes, we have it here. So this has this is the title which we have, username, description, and then we have tags, and then this button. So this will obviously go to 404 because we have not we don't have the page at the moment. So let's first make it look good, and then we will go on to the detail page. So for this, I will also take out all item thing. This into a separate page, separate component, and then I'll add that. So I'll add it in shared folder, and we'll name it as snippet item. This is sorry, I have messed with this. Let's just remove that, and snippet item index.tsx. Copy all this and add a return here. Okay. Check all the imports. And now I have to add this snippet from the prop. So let's define props here, and this will be just the snippet. That won't have any more thing for now. Props, and this will have snippet, right? And also we have to import link, and then just tidy up the imports. Okay, so this is good. This is good. I'll just use this component now. Not code, will be snippet item, and this will have snippet. Now I can just remove this. I can remove this, and I can also remove this console log. I don't want this now. Okay, so let's see first. We are okay, and now let's do some changes. Let's add some classes so that it looks good. Again, I'll use cn class, cn function. It is not a class, it is a function. I'll give this a background of white and pt6 because if you see, we have bottom padding but not on the top. So I'll just add the padding on top because we already have padding from these three sides. So left, right, and bottom has the padding but not the top. So I'll just add pt top, and then I want this to have a bit of border radius. Okay, for snippet, for snippet title, I'll just give it a font size and make it bold, nothing more. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Then for this, for author name, for author name, this name is actually coming up not big. I would make it a bit small and a kind of muted text. So I'll give it as text gray 500 and text excess, and from a bit of margin from top. Yes, so good. Now let's come to snippet description. Description would be also same color. We keep that same size also. And this will have a margin from top and bottom. Top and bottom. Yes. Now the thing is for this for tags. Basically, I don't want this to be to have it like this, and also I want to display the language. So let's do one thing. Let's add let's add a component from shared CN for to display it like a badge. So that this like this it will look good. So let's install that. Uh, okay, it's here. Okay, sorry, it should be just this. I don't want to add it from there. So we are adding only one component from chatcn, so we can just directly call it. Uh, this is added. Also, we want to display the date when that is that was added. So let's add a date also, and for that I will for formatting dates I like day.js because it's a very small library, a very tiny library, and it has syntax similar to moment.js, which was very popular. And so I have used moment.js a lot, so I'm very familiar with that syntaxes, so I like it. So yeah, we got that, and let's come up here. I think that issue was coming with this tags where we have the warning with the keys. So we will check that as well. First, add this badge from shared CN, and let's see how it looks. So okay, so this is coming up at like that. Fine. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, this is okay. This is good. And let's make our view snippet button as a button. So let's do that. What we'll do is we'll add classes here. Mm, I have to add a bit more classes. So let's keep this with medium. I'll keep view button for as green. Then text would be white. Padding from left right would be of 5 rem, and from top bottom it will be 2. Perfect. Perfect. That's okay. This is because of the A element. When we tag that, when we add a style on A element, this does not have a margin. So we can give, if we give margin to A this link, that also won't work. So what we will do is we will add a margin on this tag above above the button. So this will look good. So that will have the effect. So we have that, right? Okay, so this is okay. I think two things is missing. One is the language and one is the date. So let's add a date first. And for date, I would add it beside the author name. So let's do that first. I will import day.js. Okay, we don't have the day.js suggestion. I've already installed it. Let's add it. Day.js. I got it. Snippet dot created at. And we will format it as So it will have kind of the naming convention with the format of like date, and then month with short month, and then the year. Okay. So let's see. Yes, this is coming up. So this we have added the previous video when we were creating the snippet, and this is from today. So okay, so we have it. Also for like we have added this date, we have to sort our elements or sort our feeds or snippets according to the date it is added. So let's do that also in the query. Let's do that. Let's uh, update our query here. Let's add an order by. Order by would be created at -1. Let's check Prisma for this sorting. Yes, sorting we can. Okay, we have to write it as DSC. I was actually writing the way Mongoose work. So it works. Mongoose works with 1 and -1. So I was writing like that, but this is more descriptive. So this is good. So now we have the latest one first, and then we have the previous one. So this is cool. So we have to update the snippet page. So this is good. This is good. I will also add a language, like what language it was for. So I'll add that. To make that, I will change this a bit. Like I'll start adding some icons. It will look good, right? So for this, for maybe the tags. So let's do that. Let's go to Lucid React. So with chat.cn, this component library, this icon library comes along with it. So let's use this. I'll use user for my author. For this, I think I need to add a span first, and then I'll add user from Lucid React. Let's see how this looks. Yes, this looks good. Also, I'll add for calendar, and then I'll maybe have to update some semantics. This looks better. Calendar days. Let's add this. Also take the span. Okay, so I think this is okay. I'll do one thing is I'll update it, or maybe let's make this as um, how should I name it? Maybe let's do this. Let's do this. Or no, let's keep it that way and give this flex and a gap of 2. Also, I need to give item center. Yeah, that is what I need. Same over here. Okay, but then spans need to have that's not here. I need to, if I give flex, this comes up correctly, but this not look good. This doesn't look good actually. The semantics is now not looking good, so I'll just add this, and then I'll maybe update this HTML. I don't like this HTML now, because it is not looking uh, good in terms of readability and this. So let's do a bit change. Let's remove all these. Let's first remove these. Let's make it as div, and let's remove these with replace these with span to p tag. Okay, so now this is this is now understandable. Like we have this, we have a p tag, and then we have a p tag inside this, and I'll remove the pipe thing, and we can have this, and for icons I will make it a bit smaller. I think the default size is 16. We'll just make it as 14. Yeah, now this is okay. If I want, I can add add a pipe symbol, but let's not do that. Let's keep it that way, because this already has a separator now. This looks good. Now let's update this. Let's update. Let's first add an option for language. Let's do that first, and then we can update for language. For language, what I'll do, what icon should be there? What icon we can use? We actually don't have anything for languages, like programming language. What icon should be suitable for that? Let's just display the language as it is. Okay, we are not picking up language from snippet. Let's add that. Let's add that, because we are taking language. We are all taking language, right? So we should get that. Yeah, we have it, right? And as we have languages in small case, as in previous video where I have created that language drop down, you can see we have it as in small case. So let's do one thing. Let's capitalize it with CSS, so it looks good, right? And now let's improve this tag thing. Let's improve that. I'll do one thing. I'll remove these as badge, right? I'll remove these as badge. I don't want to have that. Let's add. Let's do one thing. Snippet dot tags dot. So we want to. I want to make it as an array of string. I mean a normal string. Yeah, I can make that as a normal string and just display every value in there. So for that we'll use join, and we will I mean give space with separate all the item from array with a comma and space. So let's see. Yes, this works. This works good. Now let's do a bit change here, and also this not look good, so let's remove this. Let's keep description as it is. It should be there, and we will change these. We will make these like language and tags like we have it for name and author name and dates. So let's check. Let's move that. Maybe I'll take this and add it in the main element, so it will have effect in the all the adjacent all the sibling item. And then I will add a bookmark kind of tags. Yeah, this is okay. Tag is the icon name also. Let's add that icon. Tag from Lucid. So for this, I think again I will have to give this class to the p tag. Correct. And here also I will give this same classes because I need those to be in the adjacent I mean in the same line with divided by that icons. And then I also this size okay, this is okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty much okay for our list. Let's now create a detail page, like where we'll display the code snippet and all the details related to that. So let's create a view page for that. For this page, let's add a new page. I'll just close all. So for that, we have kept the icon. I mean, like the element where we will route is a snippet and then the ID of that snippet. So let's create a page for following that same convention, and inside this we will have ID folder, and inside that we will have page.tsx. Yeah. Const. Also we will not const, I have just for default async function detail page. So we will have this as async function because we want to call our action inside this component. So that is why we will keep it like that. And when we navigate to that, we can get the ID of that. So there are two ways of getting the ID of that snippet. One is we'll get it in the parameter here from the prop for if we are using server action, and if we want to use hooks, we can get it from the hook, where we can use param hook, and we'll get the parameter from there. But we'll use server component here, so we can just get that from here from the inside params, and that will be of type ID, and that will be string. So this will be the type for our parameter. And what I'll do is I will also update a type. I will add a type here. I have it already. So what I'll do is I'll just copy it here. So in future video, like when we add a few filter and everything, so we will have this kind of structure where we will have search params inside. This is the search params which is already there in NextJS routing. So with this we will have the pagination setup done, and inside the parameter we will get this. So this for getting params with hook, we can use param hook, and for getting the search parameters we can use search params. But when we use server component, we can get it directly inside the component, so we don't have to use those hooks. So we have just defined the types, and we will use this same type. Let's remove this and name it as same, import it. We are done. Okay, so now we will have to create our action. Before that, I'll just return something here. Snippet detail. And now let's create an action for that. So inside our actions, snippets.ts, we already have our snippet action, but this will give us everything where inside our new function, we will have to get it by ID. So let's copy this and get snippet by ID action. Here we will get ID, that will be string, correct? ID, and that will be string. It will return this the same type, and also it may be null if we don't have any value. So we'll just add that. We have async. Here we are using find many, so that is why it is giving us the error. Because we are we are returning single item type and we are using find many, so that is why it is giving us this error. So what we have to do is we have to use find unique. Also this we will have to remove, where we will use our ID only, and we don't need order ID because it is already giving us single item, so we don't have to sort it by anything. We obviously need this because we have to include our author, so we will be having that. So with this we are good to go with the action. Let's use that inside our snippet detail page. Let's close this and let's call this snippet. This will be of type snippet item, and use this params.id. Also we have to await for this, and let's okay. So this is it, because we might have to handle that. So let's first handle this case. Like if we don't have value, snippet not found. Let's keep it now. You can add any icon or make it a bit look good. I'll just have this as snippet not found, and okay, that is okay. Now we will get our this snippet item. Let's do same thing. Let's check first. Let's check the application first. So if we come up here, we have this structure. So let's follow the same structure. We will have our snippet, code snippet here. We'll have our details here. So let's do it. Yeah, we can do that in a similar way, but we'll have the details at the left and code snippet at right. So because because that will be easy for user to read all the details, and when the user is wants to get the code, it will be on the right side of the user, and it is I think that will be better. So first let's add code editor. We'll first do this. First add code editor. So in that we have to pass value, right? So if we see this component, we expect language, we expect value, we expect on change, and where language and value are mandatory, height and on change are not mandatory, it is an optional. So we will provide this only, these only, and let's add that. So for language we will get snippet dot language and snippet dot code. So code editor is set. So if I go here, I can see my code. So code editor is working perfect. Now we have to display all other details which are for showing the tags and everything. So let's do one thing. We can use our code snippet snippet item. So if I just add that and just show, I'll pass the snippet. So you see we have it here. We have, but it is like the card and everything. So what we can do is we can make some change. We can keep this as a you know as a I mean prop based. We can keep this as prop based. We want to show this or not, and we can have these we can have this as card layout. That is not an issue. So let's do that. And before this, I will give this some classes to make it look good. This will be grid false 1, and from middle I mean tablets onwards, it will be 2 columns. Yeah, this is okay. And also gap of 4 maybe. Yeah, 4 is okay. So here we have all the details here, and then we have this code snippet here. Or maybe we can keep it as this as same like we have it uh, in our create page. We can keep that similar keep it similar way. So let's do this, add 3, okay, and span this. Span 2. Yeah, this is okay. So code snippet will be a bigger in a wider length, and then we have all these details here in the left side. And let's add a prop in snippet item like show link. Show link will be boolean. Also it will be not mandatory, and show link and make it true. So wherever we want, when we don't pass it, it will be true. If we pass false, it will be like it will just display it. So add that condition. If show link is true, then only display this link, or else don't show that. And then we have to add that, pass that from here. Show link, and that will be false. So we don't have that link now. And for now, I think it is good. But when we have a longer description, it will not it won't look good. This won't look good. So let's keep this at top only, maybe. Or maybe we can keep it like that only. It's not a problem. So we have our display display thing done. So we have this done. Okay, so why that refresh was not coming? Okay, now it is coming up correctly. So we have it here. Yeah, on this here. I'm not happy with this. I'll move it here for our detail page, and for list I'll keep it here itself. Let's do that. We do that. Let's remove this show link. I don't want this. I will keep it as now is view. Uh, Not is view, is detail page. Is detail page. This will be false. This will be false now. If this detail page is false, then we have to show this link. And for tags and language, if this detail page is false, then keep it here. If detail page is true, then keep it here, and also add a border at top. So if we see, we have it here like this, like in the bottom above the button below the description, but here not updated. Let's see why. Okay, we haven't passed the prop. We have to pass this prop. So is detail page we have to pass. Why I have kept that as false? Because for true I can just pass this attribute. I don't have to pass the equals to true or false. And also, like here, it will be only at one place, not on all places. We will have the display detail page. So detail page is only at one time. So that is why I have kept it as false for everywhere else. Wherever we want, we can show this cart component. It will be false for everywhere. But on the detail page, as we have passed it as true, it will show the result we want. So here it came. We have to update, give a bit of CSS inside this. Here what we'll do is we'll give this a margin from bottom 3, sorry, my3, and also pt3. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. As we don't have any design or as such UI UX for this per se, so we can live with this. I can live with this, so I don't have any issue with this. So this is okay. We have updated this. We have got to our detail and everything. Here any change would not be any effect, because we don't have any on change or submit handler over here. But we will also, so if you see here, everything looks good. We have the code displayed, we have all the details displayed here, but displaying code in editor, where also we don't need any editing functionality, because we don't want user to input anything. It is for only the user who is accessible for that, or in the edit and create page we have to display this code editor, not in the view page, because also it will hamper performance. This is not good for performance to render complete editor every time. Where it is not required, it should not we should not display the code editor here. So what we'll do is we will add kind of syntax highlighting for displaying the code. So for that we can use this library, which is for syntax highlighting. I think it is syntax highlighter. Yeah, this is the library. This is good library, so we can use this. This has a nice component which will expect the code string as a children, and it will take care of code highlighting and everything. So before that we have to add the library. As we are not using npm, I'll use yarn for this, because I'm using yarn for everything. Yeah, okay, so this is okay. Let's use this Prisma. Let's update that. And also update this. Let's take it from here and paste it over here. For code string, I'll just pass this. For language, I will take complete attribute from here and just remove that code editor. I don't want the imports as well. Let's see how this works, how this looks. And after that, okay, nice. So I think we just need to change the theme. So we could use theme. We can see themes over here. So there are a lot of different themes over here, but I would use Atom Dark. This is a nice theme, so we can use that. Just pass the theme here, and let's see how this looks. See, this looks nice. This looks nice, and this is also a bit performant rather than rendering a whole editor without any use so it is better to just display the code as a string and highlight that as a code snippet. So this looks much better now. We will use we'll also add line numbers. So I think there it is. Show line numbers. So I'll just add that because it looks good when we add line numbers in the code snippet. So yes, so now this looks much better. Let's check for JavaScript how this looks. Yeah, this looks good. Also for Java, it looks good. I think this is good. So what we have achieved what we wanted. Let's add a copy the code functionality. So let's do that inside. We need to add some a button over here only. So let's do one thing. Let's where I will add a button. Let's see where we can add that button. So here we have this. So let's do one thing. We can add, because we cannot add that over here because this library doesn't support that. So we'll add that in this card. We can add that button in the footer so that we have that option. So let's add it in the snippet item itself. And also we have this control over here, so we don't have to worry about anything. So let's add a card footer, right? Inside this, we want our button. This button we have to copy to clipboard. And this. And we'll copy code. Let's add that function. So now, as we want to have that functionality, we can get that functionality from the navigator. So if you see, we can get that copy text, write text functionality from navigator clipboard. So if I go search that, so this is the clipboard API which is on the in the browsers, but as we are using this inside our server component, so that may give us error in the build time. So we have to add a check as well. So if navigator, if it is present, and also I'll add a check for this also. If navigator and we have navigator clipboard, then only we will write our text to the code, text to the clipboard. So let's say see that. So this is for reading. I think for writing we have write text functionality, write text function. I think we have it there. So let's add navigator dot clipboard dot write text. Yes, this is the function which we want to add. So in this we have snippet dot code. So we'll pass that. Also for this button, we have to have our check, because we need to display it only on the detail page and never, I mean, not on all the pages. We just want to display it on the detail page. So we have added our check. Let's see how this works. Okay, so okay, so we cannot display okay, this uses events from browser, so we cannot do that in the server component. But here also we are not dealing with any server actions or anything. It is just a normal component, so we can make it as a client component, and this should work. Yeah, this should work. Let's do a copy and copy here. Yes, we can see that. Let's go to the create snippet and copy this. Yes, this works. Let's copy the JavaScript function and let's go here. Yes, this also works. So I think this is far better now. Just need to manage this this styling. So I think this doesn't look good. It should come up at the bottom. I mean that should be at the footer. So this is at the footer, so it should come up at the bottom area. So let's do that, or maybe I'll just take it out. Card footer, right? Let's see chat cn. Let's see chat cn once and go to docs, card footer. Okay, so syntax is good. Syntax is okay. Don't have any issue with that. Let's do one thing. Let's do a hack over here. Let's give it just the normal div. We'll remove this card footer. We'll not give that. Add a class over here. Give a class here. Give this as relative. Okay. Come up here. Give this class as absolute. And then right 0. Bottom 4. Let's see how this looks. Okay, this looks good now. Let's give it 4 from here, from right as well. Okay, so this is okay. So now if we have a bigger description, this might, you know, get overlapped. So let's handle that scenario also. Let's handle that scenario also. Give this margin top of 6. Okay, so whatever content we have, it will be taken care of. So this is actually coming up big because this is using grid, and we have this grid stretch layout. That is why it is coming up as big as the adjacent section. So that is why. But overall, now I think it looks good. And also, to just improve UI, we can remove this and remove the text with this copy icon here. So I'll just remove make that. I'll just add that here. I'll remove this text and add a icon for that. This will look much better. Yeah, this looks much better. Let's see if I can add a variant of post. Yes, now this looks much better. We have this as here, and also I can give this 0 and this 0 to this. Looks much better. If I copy, I go to here, I can paste my code anywhere. Yes, so overall we have achieved what we wanted. We have our list of code snippets. We have our view code snippet also, along with code syntax highlighting and copy to clipboard. So I think this is it. This is what we have planned for this video. In the next video, we will add filters and search along with pagination, and after that video we will add update and delete module. And I think once that is done, we will deploy this application on Vercel, and that will be the final video of this series. So thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking around till the end. And I think you might get some bit idea on server actions and Next.js project. Uh, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out and lets me know what you want to see. If you like this video or not. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestion, drop them in the comment section below. I would love to hear it from you. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you don't miss out any future video. I'll be posting more tutorials, tips and tricks on web development, React, Node, and related frameworks and libraries. Uh, Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Happy coding.